Hi everyone, this is Leah from Palm and Grace. If you're new here, my name is Leah and I'm a spreadsheet creator. In this video, we are going to be going over how to use my wedding budget spreadsheet. I actually created this spreadsheet as a current bride-to-be myself, and it's everything I would want to keep track of all of the details of my budget. This is a very detailed budget tracker, but I'm really excited to show you exactly how to use it so you can plan your dream wedding within your means. If you have not grabbed a copy of the spreadsheet yet, I'll leave a link to it in the description box below. And without further ado, let's jump into the video. The very first tab in the spreadsheet that you'll want to fill out is the Start tab. To begin, you can add in the bride and groom's names at the top. You can add in your wedding date by typing in or double-clicking the cell and selecting from the pop-up calendar. You can add in your location, and then you can add in your currency symbol, week start date, and any different payment options that you want to include. For the currency symbol, you can copy and paste or type in your currency symbol right in this box. For your week start date, you can select the drop-down in this box and select either Sunday or Monday to start your week. I live in the US, so we start our week with Sunday, so I have selected Sunday. Once you've completed this quick setup, you can now jump into the next tab. The next tab is the wedding budget tab. Now, this is also an incredibly detailed budget, but it's exactly what I wanted when planning my own wedding because it will help you to break down the exact numbers for different things. If you're like me and you want to know where all the money is going, where it's being distributed, and more, then I think you're going to absolutely love this budget tab. It may seem a little intimidating at first, but I'm going to show you exactly how to use it, and the automations for all the numbers will help you to track everything with ease. So let's jump into it. I also want to note very quickly that when you originally click on this tab, a lot of the charts are going to appear like there's errors or are just going to be missing completely. And that's because there is no data yet. But as soon as you begin to add in your data and your transaction entries, you should begin to see the charts appear and populate. The very first thing you'll want to do when opening the budget tab is add in your different wedding funds so that you can see your total funds available to budget for the wedding. This is just an example that I added in over here, but you can add in up to 8 different places here that you have money from for your wedding. After you do that, you're going to break down your budget in this section. It's important to note that all of the shaded columns in this tab are fully automated. So for example, these columns are fully automated, so you don't want to type into them. In this section over here, all you need to do is add in your categories and then your budget for each category. And the number above it, and in this chart over here, as well in this section up top, you'll be able to see your total budget and then how many funds you have left to budget. So for example, I still have $5,700 left to budget. So if I wanted to add in something like a live band, then maybe I would budget $3,000 for that. And now my funds left to budget would update, my budget distribution would update, and so on. Based on the transactions that you add into this tab, you can see the total cost that you're going to spend for each category, the amount you've paid, the amount you have left to pay, and the amount of your budget left. Then right next to that, you can see a progress bar that shows how much of your budget for that category has been used, along with a percentage to the right. Before we move over more to the transaction section, there is one last thing that I want to let you know of, and that is for the due dates, which have an asterisk sign. These are completely optional. If you don't have an exact due date for a payment, you don't need to add it in, and any due dates that you do add will then be used in the upcoming due date section in the Smart Calendar. So it's completely up to you whether you use these columns or not. All right, now moving over to the right, let's look at how the transactions work. In this tab, there are a few different sections. First of all, we have a section for one-time payments, and then we have a section for multi-payment expenses, as well as a section to track the payments for those multi-payment expenses. Let's break down a little more. Maybe, for example, I want to buy some makeup for my wedding, and I want to include that as a one-time payment. It's not something I need to put a deposit down for. It's just something I'm going to the store and paying for. That makes it perfect to put into this section. So under the description, I'm just going to add in bridal makeup, and then I'll add in the category from the dropdown, which would be beauty prep. I'll add in my cost. Let's say it's $70, and then I can mark it paid once I have made the payment. I'll add in a payment date. We'll just use today. I can add in my method of payment. Maybe I use card. And then this paid by section is totally optional, but I'll just use the name Ella for example. Now, as you see, as I began to type in Ella's name, it appeared in a dropdown because I've added her in previously. You could add in any name. So for example, if I add in Roger, Roger will now appear in this dropdown, making it super easy to select the same person multiple times. The paid by section is completely optional, and it's just if you want a little more understanding of who is paying for what. And we do have a pie chart for this further to the right. Now, once the payment has been made, all the charts and the section to the right should update. As you can see, I've spent $120 on beauty prep, which is perfect because I have my $50 expense here and my $70 expense here, which adds to $120. And then all the charts should also reflect the amount that I spent. Now, $70 is very small in the grand scheme of my entire budget, so the charts definitely did not update a ton. But if I, for example, change this to $700, we can see more of a change when I do that. Now let's move over to the multi-payment section. This section is perfect for things that you'll need to do multiple payments for. For example, for my own wedding, we've had to do multiple payments for our venue, our photographer, our videographer, things like that. This will be great with a lot of different vendors. In this section, let's use the example of a live band. So we have budgeted $3,000 for it, and say we found the perfect band for us, which I'm going to add in. So I'll type in live band. I'll add it into the live band category, and then I'll write in the total cost. For example, maybe it's $2,800. Now, scrolling to the right, I can add in any payments that I have made for the live band. Maybe, for example, I added in a deposit of $1,000 for the band. I would select the live band expense. I'll add in my amount of $1,000 and mark it as paid, and we'll just choose today. Maybe I paid it with cash. And maybe this was paid by Monica. And then in the notes section, I can just write down that this is the down deposit. Once I've added in this payment, it will now update in the multi-payment expenses. I can now see that for the live band, I've paid $1,000 and I still have to pay $1,800. I can also see that the last payment that I made was today on September 18th. What I could also choose to do is add in a date for a future payment. So for example, I'm going to add in the live band again, and maybe my final payment is due in 3 months. So I'm going to add in December 18th as the due date, and the remaining $1,800 that needs to be paid. And then whenever I make the payment, I can add in the rest of the details. All this does is it adds the next payment date to this area. So as you can see, my last payment today, and my next payment is December 18th. By adding in a due date into this column, this upcoming payment will also be added in to the smart calendar once an expense is fully paid off. For example, let's say I ended up paying the rest of the money today for whatever reason. You can see that it will appear as checked off in the multi-payment expenses. That means that the expense has been fully paid and there are no more payments. And again, all of the charts should update, and this section over here should update. As you can see, I can see my total cost and the amount paid for my live band have updated, and that there's still $200 remaining from my $3,000 budget, which means that 93% of my budget has been used. And that is it for how to use this wedding budget tab. Again, there are so many details that you can add in, but it's going to give you such a detailed and exact view of exactly where your finances are going. And this is exactly what I wanted for my own wedding. So again, I hope that you find it useful for yours. You can also totally modify this to make it easier for you. If, for example, you didn't want to worry about multi-payments, you could just add in all the details to the one-time payment area and everything should update just the same. And again, over here, if you wanted to add in a due date, all this will do is add in the upcoming payments to the smart calendar. Now, because we have split up this tab into different sections, I wanted to include another tab where you can see all your payments. And that is in the next All Payments tab, which is also locked so that no edits are accidentally made. In this tab, you'll see all of the payments which have been marked as paid. You can also sort and filter this however you'd like by choosing from the dropdown what you would like to sort by. So for example, maybe I want to sort by amount paid, and then you can sort in either ascending or descending order. This will especially be helpful for looking at the different dates and the different amounts. The last tab in the spreadsheet is the Smart Calendar tab, and this Smart Calendar will show you all of your upcoming payments for any month or year. You can change the month and year up in these drop downs up here, and you can also select whether you want to show all of your payments, show only complete payments, or show only incomplete payments. Additionally, if you want to add in any other deadlines, you can add them into this box here, and they'll be added to the calendar. This is editing Leah here. I realized that there was a little snag in one of the formulas, and the deadlines were not showing on this calendar, but now they are. It is totally fixed. The deadlines are shown with the star emoji, and they do have the hyperlinks right over to this deadline section. And as you cross them off, it will also update in the calendar. So that is what it looks like with all the deadlines working functionally. In this area to the right, you have your entire calendar, and you can click on any of the symbols and jump right over to that payment in the budget tab. This makes it super easy to navigate between the two. And once you check it off as paid in the budget tab, in the Smart Calendar, it will also be marked off as paid. If you scroll even further to the right, you'll see a list of all your upcoming deadlines and a progress bar, so you can see which are complete and which are not. And that is it for how to use this super simple Smart Calendar. It can be so helpful when tracking your upcoming deadlines, and I'm really excited for you to use it. So that is it for how to use this wedding budget spreadsheet. I'm so excited for you to get to use it, and I really think it will help you to organize and track all of your spending for your wedding. Even though there are a lot of details, you'll have a very precise measurement of exactly where your money is going, how much you've spent, and how much you have left to spend. Again, if you do not have this template yet and you would like a copy, I'll leave the link in the description box below. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you around again here soon.